What's up, guys? Today we have a brand new video, and we are going to be talking about some news that dropped a few days ago, but still pretty relevant. Boxing superstar, and still the face of boxing, in my opinion, Canelo Alvarez wants to rematch Terence Bud Crawford in 2026. And this was reported by Mexican news station TV Azteca, I think that's how you pronounce it. And, they're a reputable, big news org in Mexico, right? This isn't some random guy trying to claim that he's boxing media. No, this is like the second biggest TV company in Mexico. And this was said when he visited their studio about a week ago. It's on video. So this is coming firsthand from Canelo to the station. And his desire for his next fight is to rematch Terence Bud Crawford. And, a lot of people are wondering, what is next for Canelo? Because he is 35 years old, which is older in boxing terms, but a lot of 35-year-olds are still pretty competitive, if not elite at that age, right? Usyk's 38, Crawford's 38. So the thought is that, Canelo was going to continue his career despite having some miles on him with over 60 fights, start his career in 2005. But, we were wondering who that opponent would be. Would it be Hamza Shiraz, possibly? Would it be Chris Eubank Jr., who, recently lost to Conor Benn? And wasn't clear about who Terence Crawford was going to fight either, right? Crawford was rumored possibly to go down to 160 and go for undisputed. The problem with 160 is that while Janibek and Laura are currently doing a unification fight December 6th, someone still needs to fight Carlos Adames. And is Crawford really going to go fight two times at 160 to get undisputed, or would it make more sense for him to wait for the winner of Janibek Laura to unify with Adames, then go for undisputed? And for Canelo's perspective, it does make sense for him to rematch Crawford, right? I think some people are saying it's a bad idea. Some are saying he might get stopped. I don't see him getting stopped. Now, do I think he's going to win? Unlikely. Styles make fights. Canelo's not getting any younger. And I think Crawford, as long as he doesn't age overnight, should be able to take the win. However, I think from Canelo, he did kind of, in a way, go out sad, right? You have a guy who's going up two weight classes, really three, who's older than you, who was the underdog, and he beat you in front of, you know, 40 million people on Netflix. Is that really the way you want to go out? And now people are debating whether Canelo, was he really that great? Was he overrated? His best win is Triple G, which is a robbery past his prime. He actually lost to Laura. He, got schooled by Floyd, and at the time, people are saying, "Oh, it's because Floyd's too experienced, Canelo's inexperienced, but maybe Canelo's just too limited as a fighter," right? Everyone's kind of now examining Canelo's career in a harsher lens after he lost to Crawford, if not outright just disrespecting him. And I think, Canelo, um, I think that's main motivation for him wanting to run this back is he thinks he can win and he wants to get that respect back. And a win over Crawford, handing Crawford his first loss, would be a massive boost for Canelo's legacy. And obviously, the main reason other than legacy would be the money. Let's be honest, Shiraz is not a big fight. Eubank Jr. could have been a decent fight in the UK, but he obviously just lost to Conor Benn. And he doesn't really have anyone else in the 168 division that would sell well. You can't really rematch Caleb Plant. He's out of prime. He's not going to go up to 175 and fight Bivol or Benavidez, obviously. So if he wants to do another big fight, that'll be on Netflix. We'll do a good gate. It's really just the Crawford rematch. And, how are they going to market this? Knowing that most people are going to think that it'll be kind of maybe even less competitive in the first fight. I have no idea. But I do think that Canelo is genuine in thinking he can win. And I think his desire to, kind of gain some respect back and kind of gain a little bit of aura back in the boxing community is real. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Uh, is Canelo making the right decision in the rematch? Does he have a chance to win? Is he going to get stopped? And yeah, just let me know what topics you guys want. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.